Jinx.
Yeah. James, what are we doing here today?
I forgot. Oh, we're playing Mass Effect Andromeda.
Oh, that little thing.
That little thing. Have you heard of this game?
A little bit.
Yeah.
On occasion.
Yeah, I feel sorry for the trailer people at BioWare because they've been working overtime. We heard nothing about Mass Effect Andromeda for months.
Yeah.
And months, and now they're working overtime on trailers.
It went full
We're gonna have to
steam after that.
unionize. Yeah. Mass Effect Andromeda comes out the 21st, I believe. And we have it. I've been playing it for the past few days, almost nonstop. But we get to play from the beginning up until the end of the first mission is what they're calling it. And in total, that takes about 4 hours if you're doing everything. We're not going to do everything. We're going to open up by starting and creating a character, showing off the character creator, doing the intro mission, and then kind of jumping ahead to one of the more open world segments of the game.
Cool.
Open world in quotes because it's not exactly open world. Yeah, it's here. It's crazy.
Hooray. And we're also going to be taking questions
Yeah.
or hearing from you guys. We have the Facebook chat open, so if you have any thoughts or questions or comments or anything like that, we will be watching, and we'd love to hear from you while we're playing. So without further ado, let's get into it, man. Let's get into some Mass Effect.
Okay. Oop.
I'm excited for this too because we have been seeing trailers and all that for so long, but it's nice to be here.
To finally be here.
Unlike you, I haven't played it.
It's been like 5 years since Mass Effect 3.
And just fair warning, we're only gonna be showing off like the beginning of the game, right?
You're gonna get spoiled.
But
if
it is
you
gonna
watch.
spoil the beginning of the game.
And
we won't talk beyond that, right? Like we're not gonna just like spoil things.
This is all introductory stuff, so don't worry about big revelations happening quite yet. So if you're curious,
it is the beginning of the game.
Don't be angry. Just go away if you don't want to see it.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's do it. So you get some options. Quick start as either Sarah or Scott Ryder, but we're going to customize a character. And Mass Effect is sort of known for better or for worse, known for its character creator. This time around, it feels a bit limited.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Tyler just put up a post on the site. I think he put it up.
Yeah.
It kind of it goes into depth. So if you're curious about the character creator, he runs through just about everything. So we're not going to spend a ton of time on it.
Yeah, you can go to PCGamer.com, and right at the top of the page, we have a whole in-depth thing about the character creator.
Yeah. So what do you want to go? Female, male? What are you thinking?
Let's go female.
Okay. And yeah, so now you get to customize the appearance. Default is what you've seen in the trailers. Custom is... See, this is where it gets weird, is you choose from presets, so you don't start from scratch.
What do the presets look like? How vastly different are they?
It kind of runs through some, different races and
these character faces look very I don't know, like
bad?
plain, or I guess bad is the other word.
I don't think they look great
compared to a lot of other character creators we've seen in recent days.
Custom characters are hard to do for sure, and animate well and look realistic. So I don't know where to start. Let's just choose who's this. Let's go from here, huh?
All right. Head 4.
And then up top, you can change things like skin tone, blah blah blah.
Is this what we're seeing? Is this all of like this is the facial stuff?
Yeah, and I mean, so you can't really choose the shape of the brow or get really in depth. It just kind of is where they're at. Yeah, there's just not a lot of variation.
I can't even... Oh, I guess brow depth is like one of the most subtle options in character creation, but it's still like that's... Yeah, it's not too extreme or anything.
Yeah, so...
Can you... The big question that I have is, can you make like a super derpy ugly character, Skyrim style?
I haven't tried, poked at the edges of it yet. But
okay.
I'm going to just kind of do some extreme stuff here.
Making her look like a hamster with the big old puffy cheeks.
And see what happens, right?
Yeah.
So, not too wild yet. The eye stuff gets creepy.
Oh, God. Eye movement in character creators is one of the scariest.
It should be illegal. Should we go... Well, depth is... Let's sync
I
those
also...
eyes in.
The eye thing is also what makes me realize, I don't know what humans look like. If you told me, if you asked me how wide my eyes were apart, I would be like, I actually have no idea.
So let's
Are we really going just straight up derpy with this?
I mean, why not?
All right, all right.
We're dancing for our audience. Lip, should we go high or low?
Dennis says, "Can we just create a character with a paper bag over their face because these don't look very good?"
Yeah, they don't look very good, but they also don't look as crazy as what you could make in the.
The real important question here is my character just going to have the helmet on option on the entire game anyway?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
And you can never look at them if you don't want to. See, big ass nose.
Someone asked about PC specs. We're playing on a computer. I think it's just a 970.
It's a 970.
Yeah.
There's an i5 in there. I don't know exactly which one.
It was built as like a VR ready machine when we got it. It's a pre-built. It's not one we built ourselves. Although
it's not like high range, crazy ass
Yeah.
computer.
So
We're also
it's
running at a bit of a lower resolution too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Just for the sake of the stream.
and that's for the stream, not for the game, just to
Yeah.
specify.
Yeah, hair's disappointing. I think the hairstyles are pretty.
Space hair, man. Where's the
Where's
space hair?
There's not a lot of space hair. I mean, this is cool, but that's like also, it's like the most intricate hairstyle there is. I think. Got a ponytail.
When ponytail is your wildest hairstyle, besides
Yeah.
like cornrows, those are some boring hairstyles.
Yeah.
All right, well, what's next? You got hair color. That if there's
Let's
not
go with
blue, is there blue?
Oh, the color's good. 'Cause
Okay,
You have like a
okay.
full wheel here.
If they had a space game without blue or purple hair,
Yeah.
that would be a problem.
Let's go. God, that hurts my eyes. Let's do it.
The radioactive.
Yeah, and then you
pink.
can you can color the eye and go crazy with some stuff, but it's not like.
Inner eye color. Is that like the pupil, or?
I suppose.
Oh no! Oh, you can do like two-tone
okay.
irises. It's interesting that they get intricate with two-tone like irises and not with hair or facial structure.
Right. There's some cool like tattoos and makeup though. I'm not gonna spend too much time on makeup, but you can do some eyeliner if you want to like look like a David Bowie cosplay, which is good. Eyeshadow. Oh, different styles here. Some crazy space looking
So those
stuff.
are spacey. I see. That's the stuff that I feel like it needs more of. Is like
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
Yeah, and it's kind of light on that stuff.
The hexagonal eyeshadow is, I hear, a very very popular look in the Andromeda Galaxy.
Let's do some of that. Let's get some crazy color on it.
All right.
yeah.
So what else? Is that kind of the extent of the
Yeah,
character
yeah,
creator?
I
Is just
mean-
like, is there a body editor or is
Nope.
it? No.
Nope.
So it's just this facial stuff. Wow,
Yeah.
that is weird.
So you can look funny, but not like a monster.
Here's an interesting question to answer while we're looking at character creator: is do I need to play the first 3 games to get into this one?
No, I don't think so. At least it doesn't seem that Mass Effect, the first trilogy, is tied into this at all.
Okay.
Much at
At
all.
least in what you've played,
Because
right?
yeah, you're part of a crew set to find new planets to live on for humanity, and you basically fall asleep for 600 years or something and wake up, and what's going on back home doesn't matter.
By the way, that's a spoiler only if you have not watched literally any trailers for this game.
So let's just go. You can
Yeah,
also
let's do it.
customize your twin. He's gonna
Oh
look
yeah.
normal.
Well, so real quick, explain this because what the heck? What the heck? Why do you have a twin?
I don't know yet. I haven't gotten that far in the game, and I couldn't talk about it if I did.
Okay.
But it's a character.
Okay.
It's a character in the game. You have a dad also, and your dad is generated based on, I think, how your twin and you look. So you can get a fucked up looking dad.
Wait, click customize twin. Is there any way to like make him look like you?
There's no like auto like generate twin head button.
Really? That's so weird because you are a twin, aren't
Right?
you?
Yeah.
Fraternal, I guess, not identical.
Yeah. Definitely not identical.
Yeah.
Go
Go with that guy, and then let's get into the game.
Let's do it. All right. Select. Oh, confirm. Yeah.
All right. And there's uploading and importing I saw, so you can like save characters and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
give them to other people. But with
don't
the
know.
amount of customization, that seems.
We'll see. Maybe someone will mod some stuff in the background and
Yeah.
break it. But we're just
We
gonna
can
go
only
normal.
hope. Oh, modders.
A lot of difficulties if that's your jam, but we're just gonna go normal. It's
All
exporting.
right, you guys are all calling for play. We are going to play now.
Yes, let's do it. Ba-ba-ba.
Once again, everybody, we're just going to be playing the beginning of Mass Effect Andromeda. If you're just joining us, thank you very, very much. We are looking at the Facebook comments, so please send us messages, ask us questions, and spoiler warning, but we're also not going to be talking about stuff past what we've played.
Yeah.
Well, we won't talk about
Every great
spoiler
moment in
stuff.
our
It's all
history
introductory.
began with a dream. Each bold leap forward was achieved by those willing to do anything to attain it.
Make up your mind, Tim.
We are, all of us, leaving behind families, homes, the very birthplace of our species. Some for discovery, to see the unknown. Others for a new start. But today, whatever our reasons, we take the first steps toward a new future for humanity.
Character faces look so weird.
Today, we begin to make our dream reality.
Cool looking ship stuff.
I mean, that's one of the things is this series has always done well, right?
Yeah. Good looking sci-fi stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's literally what we were just talking about. We could have done a whole series.
Give me the sum up. I guess you already did, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Everyone runs away.
Yeah,
Cool.
we find space travel shit on Mars and we go away.
Cool.
We go far away.
I actually really like the direction this game took instead of trying to do like a sequel or trying to reboot the series or do a prequel or anything like that. They just went divergent.
It's all space and you have all of space and time.
Yeah.
You know, let's
Once again, to people asking about specs, we are running this on a 970 right now, but
Yeah.
we're running it at slightly lower resolution. I think it's at 720p, just so we can stream it better for you guys.
yeah. Once we get past this cutscene stuff, I can maybe talk about my performance on other PCs.
Cool. Gotta watch a big spaceship
Yep.
slowly fly by.
I love spaceships called arcs and such. It's carrying colonists. That's like one of my favorite tropes. Dress. To wake up. I forgot what we looked like.
She had mascara, orange mascara, and white lipstick on for 600 years.
It's good makeup, future
Ryder,
makeup.
Sarah, recon specialist, Pathfinder mission team.
Pathfinder team, eh? The ones finding us a home.
Can you make it somewhere tropical? Nice, warm ocean, summer year-round?
How about we get her a cup of coffee first?
It's the first thing you need after waking up.
Space
For a
coffee.
600-year nap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Coffee. That'll do me right.
Jimmy says, "Wow, the new Passengers movie looks really good." Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
Thousands of potential habitable planets within the galaxy.
So, which one of
So,
these
Ryder,
people are you
let's get
going
you checked
to
out.
be romancing? Which person in this room
here?
are you not going to sleep with? Is maybe an easier question to
It's a
answer.
good question.
Potential candidates for Golden World.
In what we're going to be playing, I don't even think we get our first romance dialogue option. So
Part of the first wave of arcs
it's a big game from what I've played. Very big.
Makes it sound so easy, doesn't it?
Man, that nose.
Yeah. So here, this is a big difference between the first trilogy and now is they got rid of the good or bad option. You know, I forget what they're called, Paragon and Renegade.
Yeah.
And now it's tone choices. So you have emotional, logical, casual, and professional. and they're not tied to any morality system. It's just kind of like colors your character. I think I've heard it described as like, which Star Trek captain do you want to sound like? I usually go for casual because they're just, making space jokes, and logical because emotional they're always like a little too. You'll see.
I hope not.
A little too
Signed
touchy
up for a
feely,
little
just like,
adventure
oh,
before we
space
settle
space
down.
is full of dreams
buckle
and
up. Sounds like you'll get
stars
your
making
wish.
wishes.
Yeah?
Over here now, the Pathfinder wants you all on your feet right away. He said mission ready within the hour.
Any idea why?
No, but I'm guessing that's where your adventure comes in.
We should have made a normal-looking
Okay,
character.
everything checks out.
Too late. This
Just
is it.
one more thing before I
This is
send
canon.
you on your way. Let's test your SAM implant. Sam, are you monitoring?
Do you recognize Lexi's voice actress?
Sam, are you
No.
online?
Yes, Dr. Tapero. Good morning, sir.
You watch Game of
Are you
Thrones?
feeling well?
Oh, is that Natalie Dormer?
Yeah, it is.
Hey.
It's Natalie Dormer. I forget her character's name in Game of Thrones, but my implant. Yes, I'm not gonna do every dialogue option for the sake
Yeah.
of brevity.
Yeah.
But
we're
there's
gonna
a lot
just
of
to,
writing.
just to clarify, James, you said that you could spend like hours just like in the intro
Nice
segment of the
voice without my
game,
coffee.
right?
Yeah.
You're all done. Let's get you on your way. Though you may want to hang around while we revive your brother. It always helps to see a familiar face.
I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah, the segment we're gonna play can take 4 to 6 hours, but we're gonna try and get through a chunk of it in 2. So,
Yeah.
there's a lot to see and do.
So for those of you guys worried about spoilers as well, like once again, story-wise, we're not going to talk about past what we're going to play. We will talk about James's impressions from what he's played past of that. And then on top of that, like we're going to be going through stuff kind of quick. So there will be lots for you to explore and lots for you to discover that like we're just not going to touch on as much because
Yeah.
we want to show you more of the game and a little farther in the game.
It's a cool little tutorial for mouse look.
This is Cora. I'm at the cryo bay. Brace for a reset. Everyone okay?
I think so.
What happened?
We're not sure. Sensors are scrambled. But it's good to see you're up. Feels like centuries since we spoke.
This is the Pathfinder. Mission teams continue preparations. Cora, Riders, report to the bridge.
You heard him. Let's get...
We have a problem over here. It's Scott Ryder.
It's my bro. Baby bro. All right.
What's wrong?
I don't know. Have to check it out.
Movement feels like Witcher-like.
That's not a good thing to me.
It's very heavy.
Okay. Because The Witcher's movement was one of my least favorite parts of The Witcher. And to the point where they had to
Sarah,
patch in an alternate movement system.
Yeah, I don't think it's
Scott's
as
fine. His vitals are strong, but the revival
gooey,
procedure was
but-
interrupted.
I can't lose it.
He,
I don't like the
revivals.
sound of that.
So he
Don't
like
worry.
got screwed up while
It
they
just
were trying to
means
wake
the
him up.
process will
Yeah,
take a
yeah.
bit
So
longer than
he's
usual.
stable, but he's
Sam?
still sleeping, and we don't know what to do about it.
How convenient for the
However,
plot.
his pulse, respiration, and brain activity are all normal.
In playing Mass Effect again, I'm starting to realize
To be on the safe side, we'll need to keep
it's
him in a
not
low-level coma for a while.
a high
Then let his
concept
body regain
sci-fi
consciousness
universe.
naturally.
This is
He'll
soap
be fine.
opera space stuff.
Glad to hear it.
So
Thanks,
if you're
Lexi.
looking
Keep
for
us updated.
aliens that are hard to comprehend
I'll
and
wait for you at the doorway whenever you're ready to go.
super serious dialogue, you're not going to get that. It's very cheesy and kind of overdone and over the top.
It seems to have a sense of humor about itself too at
Yeah.
points though. Like I watched a demo of a loyalty mission at PAX while I was there over the weekend, and it was downright funny in parts. Like there were some really funny lines.
Whoops. I pressed the Windows button.
Did you hit Windows instead of Alt?
Yeah.
Oh my God, James.
New keyboard.
Oh, everyone boo this man.
Oh my God.
Does this game not handle alt tabbing well? Are we discovering this live on air? Because that's a vital part of PC gaming. Is how does it handle alt tabbing?
We're fine. It's almost back. There it is. Oh my God. All right. Sorry about that.
So it handled alt tabbing okay. That was our
Okay.
alt tab test, guys.
There you go. In case you were
It was all
wondering.
right. You know, it lags a little, but it goes.
Here's your scanner, which is basically another Witcher thing. It's
It's operating normally.
it's your Witcher sense.
Be here.
But coming from your arm in like a smaller radius.
And you can use it to scan wildlife and look at technology and kind of get information about it. Here I'm using it to look at this messed up compensator relay because there's a power malfunction.
Found it. Bad relay.
I can go reset it. I forgot where to do that. There it is. Boom. So far, in some of the side quests that you do, I'm not going to say what you do, or what they're about, but it's used in Witcher ways.
The scanner is?
Yeah, it's like, hey, look for clues in this area.
Gotcha.
Pull this out. Oh, follow the electrical line. Okay. I don't really like it. It's very big and sort of it's relied on a little too much, I think. And it slows you down when you use it, so it's just kind of annoying. I don't know. I'd rather have a pulse of some kind.
Yeah. I've never been a fan of those kind of searchy sense abilities, though.
And, you know, a lot of games are doing it.
ahead and take us
It's
to
not
the
a
bridge.
PC game, but Horizon Zero Dawn has something like that, where you're just following trails, scent trails. And I mean, I think it works in The Witcher because a lot of those quests are very interesting story quests and matter to the world and the characters. We'll see if that happens here or not.
Come control, report. We're drifting. Flight
It's
controls
not a
aren't
satisfying
responding.
tool to use.
First priority is stopping these outages.
So what did it explain what your job was before this?
I'm part of a Pathfinder crew. My dad is the Pathfinder.
So the fact that you were running around like fixing this ship after just waking up is like you would be expected to do that.
Yeah. Hey, there's my pop. What's up, Poppy?
Alec, please.
Yeah.
Looks like he could be your dad.
I guess
This
I
is
would be
my
expected
ship.
to do that.
Captain, the protocol's clear. In the absence of communication with
Such
the
a dad
Nexus or
voice.
the other arcs, we proceed to our appointed golden world. Solid ground.
If it's even out there. Nobody said anything about running into an energy cloud. And that's just a wild guess what we hit.
So we just arrived. We're at our destination, and what had previously we thought to have been like a safe area is now taken
Alec,
over
I
by
need
an
to
energy
assess the
cloud of
damage.
some kind.
Stop the bleeding. We've got 20,000 people asleep on this ship. Let's give them a chance to wake up.
Can you blame her?
It's her call.
She is the captain. I think she gets the final word.
Well, he might.
This isn't about having the final word.
Yes, sir.
We're coming through.
So serious. Dang.
My God.
Yeah.
Is that our golden world?
It had that moment.
Yep.
That's Habitat 7. New Earth, if we're lucky.
Why wouldn't they just call it like a planet name?
All of our long-range scans told us
Yeah,
it was in
right?
the green
Be-
zone.
Habitat 7.
Perfect for human
That's so
settlement.
unoriginal.
Ooh. Fancy hologram technology.
I'm gonna be super optimistic this whole
We
time.
don't know how
Yeah,
bad it is yet.
James.
Still seems like it's our best shot.
Maybe. There's just a lot on the line.
Sam,
The energy from the phenomenon is damping our senses.
Tim says, I wonder if we'll miss the Paragon system. Do you miss it at all compared to this one?
we're marooned.
No.
20,000
Okay.
souls
I feel like I've-
at sea.
I don't
When
know.
the power runs out
Uh,
and stays out.
There's more nuance to
We
my
need to know
choices
if
and who
that's
I am. I don't feel
harbor.
pressure to do something to
And if
fulfill
it's
certain
not?
like stat requirements because I know
This
Paragon and
Pathfinder
Renegade
will be
played
my
into
job
like
to
certain
find out
powers you can
further.
unlock.
Mm-hmm.
It's what we trained for.
It's not the case here.
But if this goes well, we're
And there's
already
still like
home.
quick time moments during dialogue or during conversations
just make
that
it
if you
quick.
pull a trigger, you
Harbor,
can
the
or press a
resident
button,
team
you
should be
can do
awake by now.
something
Have 'em set up
rash
2
and
shuttles.
crazy.
Planetfall at
So
30.
you can still be a dick, or you can still
Yes,
be
sir.
really nice, or you
Mhm.
can be nuanced, and you're rewarded for every path.
Stubborn one, isn't he?
Takes after me.
Stubborn runs in the family. Guess I rubbed off on him.
Just as long as he knows what he's doing. It's not like the cavalry's coming to save the day.
Cavalry.
I need an ETA on our sensor repairs. We're blind out here.
Some pretty heady sci-fi stuff right off the bat. Energy clouds, new
Mother's going to
planets.
hate that he missed this.
Are all the riders adrenaline junkies?
I guess it's in our blood. I was born a minute ahead of him. I never let him forget
I
it.
gotta say, so far I'm not a huge fan of the writing.
Don't worry. I'm sure Scott will pull through.
a lot of it
Yeah,
seems
when
like
it
it's
does,
trying to be
you'll
clever
hear
above
stories.
everything else and like
So,
crack
let's
jokes.
get out there
Even
and
if you
find him.
say something like don't want to be a funny writer,
Right.
Uh-huh.
I want to get your helmet.
your writer
And
is
maybe
always
stop
trying
at
to
the
be
good
funny.
luck
It's
The
I don't
what?
know. It seems like the character they have in mind is much more defined already than
Got it.
That should do it.
The
Shepard was.
Pathfinder is now requiring sidearms.
But Shepard was sort of
I've
an empty
opened the
vessel
armaments locker.
in a lot of ways.
We
A
expecting
couple people are
trouble
saying
soon?
this is like a slow start.
Please arm yourself.
And-
Very fucking slow.
Yeah.
Let me say this.
Better safe than sorry.
Up until the point where we
Now let's
end,
get to the shuttles.
I was bored out of my mind and not invested in what was going on at all.
We
Oh, look, a dad rock.
Everything was in the
Dad's rock. Not a dad rock. Dad's rock?
Don't touch it. It's dad's rock.
I'm so confused.
It's, well, it's dad's
Why is that your dad's rock?
Spoilers.
Okay.
I've seen it.
All right then.
Once we get down on the planet, I think I'll talk about performance.
So it's a slower start, but that's kind of always been the case with Mass Effect. I feel like even in Mass Effect 2, where it started with like, if you haven't played Mass Effect 2 yet, spoilers for the first 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
Even in Mass Effect 2, where it started with like a giant explosion, after that was pretty slow.
It's what we
Yeah,
wanted.
yeah. I
It's
just
in the
like
history books. You got a quote ready? One small
I
step.
can't really talk about
I'm pretty
what
sure your
happens
dad will
after
handle that
what we're gonna
honor.
play through, but
And James says doesn't feel slow. Sounds like it's creating story structure. So that's like that's part of what Mass Effect is, right? Is a
We broke
very
out the
story-driven
weapons.
game.
yeah,
So it-
yeah.
Anything we should know about?
It just wades
Prudent,
in.
given the situation.
What it does is like to
We'll be
me
down a man
it
with
doesn't
Scott out.
it like doesn't prioritize character building at the beginning. It
brother's
prioritizes
He'll make it.
its big sci-fi story beats.
600
Like
nap and he oversleeps.
You know him.
I'm like
Never was an early riser.
by 2 hours in or whenever this thing ends, 4 hours
Just
like
don't
from
let
my
it get to you.
playthrough.
I need you sharp.
I don't feel like I had a
Yes,
grip
sir.
on who Ryder is or like
Your mom would have been
why
proud.
I care about the world or
Both of
these
you.
people. Or
Hey, your dad's saying your mom would have been proud though.
yeah.
Now you don't care about her now?
There are little bits
Okay, team,
between
listen up.
the dad and
I
Ryder.
chose
Everyone
that
wants you to
for the
touch Dad's
Pathfinder
rock, by the
team,
way.
not just
Too
because
bad.
you're
You have to go touch your own
talented
dad's
and
rock.
passionate, but because you're dreamers, like me,
Every choice has a
We dream of
consequence. The
exploring
final
the
act.
unknown.
Wait, he's giving a speech.
finding the edge of the map, and then discovering what lies beyond.
I hate this shit.
When
Why?
people look back on this, and they will, they'll remember we didn't give up.
I sort of love it
We
though.
kept dreaming that our first few faltering steps in Andromeda were the beginning of everything they know. We only get one chance to be first. So, let's go make history.
I suppose it grinds my gears because I don't like
Been waiting 6
Mass Effect when it's trying to be like inspirational, invigorating, like space opera sci-fi. It feels very like ham-fisted. But when it's telling its smaller sci-fi stories and getting into the characters, that's why people like Mass Effect 2 a lot. Even though its overarching Reaper story isn't that great, that's why people love it so much. And it just takes a while to really get to the character in this game. Or at least I think so.
So you said we were going to jump ahead a little bit. Are you going to do like this intro tutorial mission and then we'll jump ahead a little?
I'm gonna poke around on this world down here.
Okay.
This intro prologue mission, and then we'll go to my save. I have a save on Eos, the first planet you go to, and try to colonize. And we'll poke around down there and look at some of the more open worldy stuff.
Stomach would appreciate that. We're clear. Accelerating to cruising speed.
I mean, it's not a bad looking game though.
Didn't have a chance to meet back in the Milky Way.
Yeah, I think there are a couple comments about people saying like the slow start is also just because it's a story game and because you're watching it, and I think both of those are true.
Yeah.
You know, we're not really here as much to show off the story to you because I think most people want to discover that story themselves. We want to give you more of an impression of the game, and you know,
Here we go.
the story and the game are not completely separate, but they are hard to show off. It's harder to show off the story in a stream like this.
Yeah.
And as you guys put it, we want to get you to the good stuff.
So yeah, we'll be getting to some good stuff here in a bit.
Stay on course to the landing zone.
Oxygen levels are below minimum human requirements.
Is this the right planet? We had this all worked out.
Yeah, I think we'll just land down here and I'll dink around and show off this world a bit. But none of the intro stuff is too. It's very slow. It continues to be slow and teach you everything. But we'll jump into EOS where it kind of lets you go.
Tyler says, "Is this game Switch exclusive?" Yes, this is the Switch, the Nintendo Switch. No,
Damn it, Tyler. We could talk about Zelda.
Different Tyler.
Can we just talk about Zelda instead?
no.
While we play
Stop
Mass
it. Not even. I'm shutting that down right now.
It hurts. Uh-oh. Everything's going wrong.
Oh, good God.
Bye. Don't die. I love you.
You have a space parachute, right?
This is the end of the game.
Your jump jet is malfunctioning.
I thought I was going to have to play a stupid minigame where I dodge rocks. But
Did you not?
No.
Oh, you weren't dodging those?
No.
Oh, I was kind of looking forward to that. That looked kind of cool.
Ryder, breathe hard. Ah, shit. Check this out. I want some of this gel. Or spray or whatever the fuck it is. It's really cool. Get that for my glasses. Tight.
Look at all those dad rocks.
So.
No, those are our rocks.
Yeah. Every rock is a dad rock waiting for its dad. Here we go. So, we're in space. It's a nice little vista, isn't it?
Yeah.
Looks good.
I mean, there are some people that are ragging on the graphics in the comments, and while I don't think the faces look incredible, I think the game is still pretty.
Yeah, I think the art direction is a bit weird to me.
I like it so far.
When we get to EOS, I don't know. I just have a lot of. There's some weird things this game does, and it starts off with like its most boring aspects, in my opinion.
Do we really do that? Or are we dead and don't know it?
Well, we found hell. I can tell you that much.
We found hell. Great.
Yeah.
Good line.
No way this is home.
Okay, I've seen it. We got space lightning. We got floating rocks. We got like octopus tentacle plants.
It's checking all the boxes for me.
Deep
I like
space.
that dude was just kind of wearing pants. Like, you guys are in... Do you have to scan plants in this
So
game?
yeah, here's the thing. You catalog.
Well, Crazy just found us. Those rocks out there are floating.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's just, like, wearing cargos. Like, you're in a full spacesuit. He's in, like, a spacesuit upper half, and then he's just wearing cargo pants.
Here's the other thing.
You can hop.
Mass Effect Andromeda has platforming segments.
What?
Well, not straight up platforming segments yet, but you have platforming mechanics.
So now that we're down in the game world,
Yeah.
somebody mentioned this, and I think you mentioned as well, performance. To clarify, once again, we have kind of like a mid-range i5. We're on a 970, running the game currently at 720 just so we can stream at that setting, not out of a performance need or anything like that. What graphic settings is the game at, too?
So I'll just load
Just
these up
really
real
fast,
quick,
we're just going to jump in and show, just because people are asking.
I'm on ultra everything at
Okay.
720 right now.
And we're on a 970,
we're on
and
a
it's running
970.
solid enough.
Running pretty good. And on my personal PC, I have an R9 Nano.
I think you're going backwards.
And a I forgot my CPU. Well, it's like it's an older PC. It's fairly powerful, but it's like 2 to 3 years old.
Yeah, hell of a cloud.
You can see your objective.
Cloud that makes boulders float.
And it runs all right. I think the biggest issues I've had are weirdly enough on the LPC because I'm trying to play it at 4K. And that's when I really hit some issues where I don't think. Oops.
Press shift, man.
Sprinting.
Floating rocks and lightning. Yeah, but 4K will push nearly any game. Like, even really well optimized games have trouble at 4K a lot of the time.
Exactly. So I think I don't know. I think I have a suspicion that when it comes out, it won't be perfect. Because there's some hitchiness and some weird stuff. And some of the more open areas, like we'll go to EOS in a sec here, tend to look at these cool space bats.
Space bats.
Um,
They were like rays. So this is the planet you came to that was supposedly going to be like your home?
yeah, this was supposed to be Earth.
Okay.
To
Into the breach!
into the breach. So yeah,
And this is once again like a very early tutorial section of this game for anyone
Yeah.
just joining. Like, so if it seems very linear and very simple, it's because it is very linear and very
Yeah.
simple. It is intentionally so right now.
check it out, platforming. I think I'm gonna pop out of this. Wait, are we gonna?
This is 720p right now.
At 1080, it seems like I think it's gonna be a fine 1080 game on mid to high range rigs. It's
Yeah.
gonna be fine.
So from what I'm seeing from performances, it's not like a glimmering ray of amazing in the way that we've seen some other games.
Yeah, it
by
feels-
especially actually some other games by EA.
I think it's
lately.
it feels a little. Overall, the game just feels like it's a little too big for its britches sometimes, or buggy, has some like bugs because it's I don't know, like maybe the Skyrim issue where they made such a big thing that it's inherently has some problems in that way. But I think it runs fine for the most part. I think
It's not like a launch disaster, but it's not also like a launch glimmer of hope. Ooh, space rock alien.
Yeah, these are the Ket.
Is that Dad's rock?
Oh God, I didn't think about that.
Do they get Dad's rocks from the Ket?
They're looking for Dad's rock. We gotta stop them. So here's
Okay. Yeah.
This is first contact.
Take it easy. We only get one shot at hello.
Let's see how this goes.
Yeah. And Fisher gets shot in the head if we're wrong.
As soon as this is over, we'll load into the next bit.
Easy. We only go hot if we have to.
Don't
We can't understand you. We're not here to fight. That man's with us.
Doesn't sound friendly. What's the other?
Uh-oh.
Shit! This just got real.
So you just found an alien species that you're now murdering.
Yep. Combat is much more quick if you haven't seen it. So
Yeah, it seems really fast and like you're
if you jump and aim, you can like pause in midair. So cover's still a thing. It's contextual. If you run up to an object, it'll pop you down.
Right.
Still play it that way.
You okay? I'll live. I thought I was a goner. Sorry, Ryder. I know
Fisher,
you wanted to give peace a chance.
Ryder. It's their fault.
They weren't going to back down. What could we do?
We'll see some more advanced combat stuff here in a second.
Large Pixel Glider is just in the other room. We're just not streaming from it right now, and
Yeah.
excuse me, it's just easier to stream on at 720. That's the only reason we're doing it.
Yeah. It looks really nice at high resolution. I'll tell you that.
I mean, honestly, I don't think it looks bad right now.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But it's very crisp, and there's some nice effects going on.
Where are the others?
I think it has HDR support as well. If you have an HDR capable monitor or something. I'm just gonna skip this shit because we're gonna change anyway. Let me look up my save. I wrote it down. We're gonna go to EOS. So we're skipping ahead like 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah. So we just got through was like the intro to combat and stuff, and the intro to the game. We're now just going to jump to a later save in the game. To show you kind of the first real mission, right?
Yeah.
And a little bit more of like the more exploration based open-y world. But you specified, and there were some questions about this at the time. You specified that it's not really an open world game. What does that mean exactly?
I mean, you can go to different planets and they have very big spaces to explore, that are open. But you're still traversing between them.
Gotcha.
With loading menus, but they're very big and I hope are interesting.
So we're gonna load into the game right now, folks. Just bear with us.
Yeah,
and we'll
here's
get
Ryder.
into a slightly later place. So as you guys said, we can get to the good stuff. We can get to the action.
15. I don't want to choose the wrong one and break my embargo. 15:33:45. Okay, yeah.
James has all of his save data in Morse code and saved in encoded format.
Yeah, so again,
encrypted.
we're leaping ahead to and skipping some stuff. So another spoiler warning if like you don't want to see the first planet or excuse me, the second planet technically. And the ship, because we're about to be on our ship, the Tempest.
Dad's Rock is love, Dad's Rock is life, says Thomas.
Here we have the Nexus, which is basically a new citadel. It's where all the colonists live.
You're so dark right now. Why?
It is. The contrast is very high.
There
when
you
you're out in
go.
the light like that.
Yeah.
Serious kid over here.
So this is your personal character now. We are no
Yeah,
longer
I'm
the
not, like,
pink-haired,
garish.
white lipstick person.
Really quick, strike missions. This is where multiplayer comes in, sort of. You can basically, there's timed missions you send your teams out to like collect resources for you. Or
AI teams.
AI teams.
Okay.
So think of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood kind of started doing this.
Gotcha.
So you send out your assassins, yada yada. You do the same thing here, and you have different missions, different difficulties, and yada yada. But you can also play them as multiplayer missions if you want, like extra reward. So you can go in as your Apex team and play a multiplayer game and do that. It's kind of cool. Okay. Nope.
Strike team ready for deployment.
Somebody was asking for to show the stat screen or like what makes this actually makes this an RPG, right?
So you're gonna see some. I was gonna get down to the planet, but why don't we just pop into that right now?
Skills.
Here's Ryder, and you have 3.
Is that a folder icon?
Yeah, that's why I hate it.
Is space 600 years in the future?
This is the Windows.
It
Yeah,
uses the Windows folder
hierarchy.
icon for their skill menus.
It's fucking ridiculous. But you have 3. What's cool about it is like you're not choosing. You don't have to spec into a specific class. You from the get-go have access to the combat trees, the biotics and tech. I love biotics. You're a space wizard, basically.
Cool.
So you can like dabble in all of them if you want, right? So you can have some combat skills and biotic skills and mix and match as you'd like. The biotics one are, to pull, throw, charge, Nova. A lot of these are familiar from the previous games.
So you don't have to go into a specific class. You can just kind of jump around.
No, that's what's great about it. And you assign 3 of those powers to hotkeys. Let me go back.
Dad's Rock is not customizable.
Dad's
no.
Rock is not customizable. So yeah, combat is heavily combat. You're basically upgrading your weapon damage. You're getting Omni grenades and support weapons like that, barricades, so shield. Biotics, like I said, it's like physics toys essentially. So you can pull, throw, you can
space magic,
teleport across the environment. Tech, I don't really actually know what tech is. It overload, so if someone has shields, you can like blow off their shields, incinerate, hurts armor types.
Cloaking and hacking
It's
and
a lot more
stuff too.
specky.
Yeah.
Yeah. And your support characters are much more simple in that way. So they have like they are limited to who they their one specialization and offensive and defensive buffs. But then you also have profiles, which you can change at any time. And profiles give you they give you buffs based on how many skill points you have invested in certain places. And inherently just give you skill points that encourage certain playstyles. So biotic, if I have 24 skill points invested, I get rank 2 on adept.
So if you go heavy into one tree or into one thing, you can then get things that will like basically class profiles that you can then improve those further.
Yeah, so I got biotic force upgrade and like AoE, radius. So you get all these cool things. And it changes your character a bit too. So my jump and evades are now like biotic power and they look cool and sound cool. But at any point you can just go, fuck that. I want to be Vanguard and equip that. And it kind of tells you, gives you a breakdown. Oh, that means you're a combat plus biotic.
Vanguard is always the best.
Yeah, I like
Vanguard is always the best in Mass Effect games. I will fight anyone who says otherwise.
I don't disagree. Right now I'm going adept because I'm just curious. I'm playing around. So we'll see some more of that in a sec here. let's just get down to it. Going to the bridge. About to go to EOS. And we're about to see the Galaxy selection screen.
Cool.
Which I'll vent again when we get to that.
Do you know if there's any max level? That was a question.
I don't think so. Well, I don't know.
Departure trajectory locked. Nexus control.
If I remember correctly, Dragon Age Inquisition didn't have a max level, and I bet they just let you dink around as much as you want.
You must be Ryder. Galojath. A pleasure to be here, and to meet you, of course.
Here's our pilot buddy.
I'll be piloting the Tempest.
What's the name of those guys? Silurian? Is that? Or is that a different... Solarian? Okay. I think Silurian is actually a different sci-fi race.
Yeah. I like them. They're goofy. They're goofy and nerdy.
That's reassuring.
Mass Effect has some good, good alien races. Good, like, dopey humanoid alien races.
Yeah. I also like that...
They're not weird, but they're...
I like that Mass Effect was just like, nah, we're going to make 90% of the races humanoid and just not apologize for it in any way.
I think they, like Wes was saying, they explained that in Mass Effect 3 or something. I can't remember how exactly what the reason is. But.
Right. Matt West says Silurian is Doctor Who. Those are the lizard people in Doctor Who. So there you go. Yeah.
Is anyone ready for something this big?
Failure isn't an option. My rider is a bit more logical and goofy.
Excuse me.
Command access is transferring successfully.
Science and monitoring stations look fine. Lexi's
The
reporting
characters
in.
are so weird.
Helm is green.
Their animations and like my character doesn't pay attention to my character. Well, I'll show you. I did a test. We got this.
Things seem
I did a
bad.
test
We've
where
already beaten the odds.
when you're not in a
We'll beat them
cutscene, your
again.
character doesn't blink.
You know it.
They
I
don't
know
blink, and it's
So
creepy.
let's show them what we've got.
Nexus
When they're
control.
not in a cutscene?
Yeah.
So they specifically have a thing for that? Like, there's some setting somewhere that says if in cutscene, blink randomly.
I guess.
Unless they animated in the blinks manually, which seems like lunacy.
I watched her forever, and I was like, please blink. Please blink.
James is
Please
staring
blink.
at his character.
Departure vector verified, Tempest. Godspeed, Pathfinder.
Thank you.
So, I guess we don't have to touch on it too much because y'all can learn the story yourself.
What would have been our
But
Habitat 1? Two field outposts.
What's that?
What happened between landing on that planet and killing some aliens and here, like just really generally and quickly?
I don't want to
said-
spoil too much, but something happens with your pappy, who's the Pathfinder, and you have to basically become the Pathfinder and take on this whole operation where you're going out to planets and making them suitable for humans.
And that planet that you went to was like no good, and you went to go find other stuff.
Shit went
basically?
down on that planet.
Cool.
I'll kind of leave that for people who discover it for themselves. Shit went down. I'm the Pathfinder now, and we also have this Ket threat. So those aliens that got all up in our grill are now sort of a problem. And while we're trying to populate the universe, they are kind of getting in our way. So here's the Galaxy selection screen, the Galaxy map, which is sort of a huge staple of Mass Effect. Let's just fly to the galaxy we need to go to.
I miss that Galaxy map music.
Yeah. The music's not doing it for me so far in this game. It's not synthy enough. It's a bit too like orchestral. But hey, it might change. And I'm going to show you why
Andromeda Initiative Habitat 1, designated EOS.
the galaxy map and planet scanning systems are fucking atrocious.
As you go to EOS and handle that,
Yeah.
so you jump to a point and now there's this
Yeah, you enter
solar system,
a
like
system.
like usual.
And if you remember from Mass Effect 2, it was sort of a popular feature. You either loved it or hated it. Planet scanning, you would look at a planet, even if you couldn't land there, you could like rotate the planet and look for resources.
Gotta get them minerals.
And it was kind of addicting little game, right?
Mhm.
I liked it. That's sort of here. So if I can scan the whole system right now. And it says, oh, anomaly detected. All right, so let's move up there. Oh, there it is. Fire probe.
Probes launched.
Feels good. You're like, oh, it feels good, right? Doesn't that feel good? Let's fly to it.
I like that you launch it as if your ship is actually like up above this galaxy, like looking down on it.
Well, it is. See, if you look up top, you can see. Yeah, it's a
so that's
first-person
actually
thing.
just the convenient view you've taken of this galaxy.
This is how space works. So then I fly to this asteroid, right? And I'm like, okay. And this confused me for so long because I was like, well, you get a quick peek at it. There you go. All right, so there's an iron deposit. If I click...
This is really weird.
I get it. I get the iron. I got the iron.
Okay.
Okay.
Good job.
And I'm like, so is that it? I guess that's it. If I scan... Oh, I see these red markings, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm like, do those mean anything? In the previous... In Mass Effect 2, I would assume that meant you rotate to find more shit.
Right.
You scan.
Right.
Not the case at all. So this is it. You just read and rotate around the thing. Okay. Well, that's kind of lame. Let's back out and go to a different place. Okay. Fuck it. Let's go here. H276. Oh wait, what? Okay.
What is going on?
So we gotta fly over there.
Okay.
Okay.
This is kind of cool.
It's pretty cool looking, right?
Yeah.
Just fly over there. Let's just fly over. Let's just check it out.
And the asteroid comes with you.
And just...
You're towing it.
Let's just load in this planet.
Anomaly detected.
Oh, found an anomaly. Oh, what's that shiny? What's that?
Deploying probe. Satellite
I
detected.
found a satellite.
Okay.
Just get that. Okay.
This
Zoom
is
out.
like the Google Earth of mineral scanning.
Zoom out. And, oh, I suppose we'll do another one.
What are you playing at here, James? I'm confused.
Every single time you do this...
Oh, it has to fly between them?
And sometimes there will be nothing there.
Oh, my God.
I would say half the time, more than half the time, there's nothing there. You fly there.
Oh, my God.
Okay. It's got to... all right. What's here? Oh, nothing here. I guess we'll check a different one. So you do that for every planet in the system, and they're hiding good rewards, but you have to watch that animation, and you can't skip it, as far as I can tell, at all.
Well, let's get to
Yeah.
EOS after
EOS.
this.
Anyway.
This prolonged flight scene.
Yeah.
That was pretty the first time. I don't think I'd want to watch that every time.
No, I wish you could just skip it, but it's loading in the model. I don't know what it's doing.
Yeah.
Or why it feels like a system that is missing something. It's just very tedious, especially if you play for like however many hours. Let's scan.
An error of the signal on Habitat 7.
All right.
Possible atmospheric.
Let's go ahead and land. It's all very pretty. It's just not efficient. So yeah, you have your loadout stuff. I don't think I have any mods yet. So weapons can be equipped with mods. You have your, pistol, sniper rifle, shotgun. I don't have any mods. You got your Omni Blade. Armor you can load and change. I think there's gonna
cosmetics.
Yeah, I think loot junkies are gonna have a lot of fun because there's like a shitload of stuff.
Cool. Got Liam and Cora.
Let's get Vetra.
Heck yeah.
Because she is more techie oriented. I'm already a biotic, so just go. And he's combat. I like to be well rounded.
See you on the ramp.
Ready, Freddy?
Hope we're all that ready.
You have to land?
All right.
Integrating search
I think that's a
area
bug.
from Sam. How he pulled
Oh.
that mystery signal
What?
from the storms, I have
There's a
no
lot of
idea.
weird UI bugs.
Okay.
There was a lot of quests like showing up as incomplete and then completing as soon as I moved to a different zone, or like, it's
all right.
There's some kinks.
All right.
This game has yet to work
out. I think we're playing at higher than 30. We're just streaming at 30. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 60.
So I appreciate people reposting what the specs and the stats and everything are in the comments. We are running on a 970 at Ultra at 720, but we're running at 720 to stream it, and it's only streaming at 30. But we are getting a pretty consistent frame rate above that. Like I don't think I've seen it dip much yet.
We'll see how the overworld or the EOS works because it's a much bigger space than we've been in so far.
Yeah.
I think I'm still feeling it, like hearing things other than Sam.
Oh yeah. By the way, I have a robot in my head.
Oh, cool.
That's another thing that happened.
Are you having visions like Shepard?
It's not quite visions because it's like a thing that happened on purpose, and
Gotcha.
everyone knows it. They're like, oh yeah, there's Sam's in your head.
Oh, her eyes are terrifying.
I have
Right?
no idea how long I've wanted a Pathfinder to see that.
Her eyes freak me out. Ugh. It's very jarring,
Yeah.
but that's okay.
If anybody has any questions as we fly down to EOS,
Yes. Pop.
please post comments and we'll try to answer them if we can.
Got this.
The facial animations. You remember that one trailer came out where they had like a long bit of gameplay and everyone was like, the facial animations
Yeah.
are terrible in them.
You know,
And they kind of were like, oh, they're not done. And I think these look like better than that, but not by a whole lot. This is which is strange because the game is. I think it's a really pretty game so far.
Yeah, there's some. It's just really jarring, especially because everything else looks pretty nice. I think. It's not as bad as that initial trailer. There's no like straight up puppet mouth talking, but every now and then it looks like someone didn't get enough time on a certain scene or something like that. And you're like, oh, what the fuck happened there with your face? And your neck turned around like 35 degrees, and it was awkward.
How to even
We might be streaming at 60 as well.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Storms that are contaminated by
So we're landing on this planet. Here's this like kind of old outpost that is abandoned now.
Oh, this is the outpost that I did a multiplayer thing in, or at least a similar area.
So
Looked the
yeah.
same.
I'm kind of disappointed they choose Arizona as the first planet that you land on. Like for
The planet of the American Southwest.
there's nothing.
Door's getting emergency power, but it's code locked.
Yeah, yeah.
Site 1 issued individual security codes.
So what's the mission that we got right now? What are you doing? Tell me.
We're checking out what's going on down here and saying, you know,
Just say we can't open it
it's
without
gone
codes.
quiet,
We can't open it
and
without
we need to
codes.
figure out why.
This is a previous outpost from a different.
Yeah, yeah. So we need
thing?
to figure out what happened to them, and we all, I mean, which is sci-fi. What happened to the people on the planet? It's mysterious. Let's solve the mystery. And it's quickly resolved, but
Okay. Here's a good question actually, because we've been nitpicking, right? We've been
Yeah.
complaining
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff. But Sean asks, is the game fun so far? That is a pretty simple question. Are you having fun with it?
It
Are
should
you
be a simple
enjoying it?
question, but here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't say why, but okay. I was talking to Tyler. Tyler's played like probably twice as much as I have. He's like
Okay.
16 to 20 something hours in, and he says he feels like he's barely started. And compare that with Mass Effect 2 and 3, which took 2 took me 20, 30 hours to beat entirely and like
Yeah.
do almost everything you need to do in that game. Oops, did I go the wrong way? Yeah, I did.
Being 20 hours into a game and feeling like you haven't started is some stuff.
Yeah,
man.
so I haven't really wrapped my head around the shape of this thing yet. Oh, I'm an idiot. I was totally going the right way. You'll see the combat in a bit. I like the combat, and I think there's room for a lot of depth. It's not nearly as strategic, or doesn't feel as strategic as it used to. Because I used to love positioning my other characters and telling them how to do ability or what to do.
The other combat was slower, right?
Yeah.
Because you're not jumping around as much. You're
This
taking
one's
cover
like,
more.
yeah, I would compare it.
Got a partial lock, but I can't
I don't
turn
like
on the
comparing it to
antenna.
Doom, but it's
Something's
going for
blocking the
something
power.
else.
A remote
It
slot
wants you to
is
either
active. The
be
interference originates
moving all the
from a nearby
time
power relay
or
tower.
using cover, like a normal shooter or more traditional shooter. Because
Let's check out
the
this
combat's
relay
tough. It gets pretty difficult pretty quick.
Gotta use your scanner.
Yeah, there's all sorts of loot boxes with minerals and such. So we're gonna go investigate.
And those minerals you use for upgrades or making equipment or like what?
You can research new weapons and then build them using minerals, weapons and armor, and your upgrades to your
The radiation
vehicle,
in
which
Eos'
we'll see in a bit.
atmosphere makes it difficult to cultivate life.
Merrick, we did not disable the music. It's just quiet,
Yeah,
moody
it's
music.
very-
Contains shield masts to dampen the brunt of contamination.
Structure up ahead. Sam?
It fits the profile of a power relay station, Pathfinder.
Right. Get
It's inoperable.
There was some
Pathfinder.
talk of pre-orders in the chat. Generally, we at PC Gamer do not recommend pre-ordering games. That's not, of course, there are slight exceptions to that
Yeah, yeah.
rule, but like generally, we think wait, read our review. We're covering it right now. We're gonna have a a very in-depth performance analysis of the game.
Yeah.
At some point it's coming up before the game comes out, so keep an eye out for that. Your eyes are terrifying me. But yeah,
They're
keep
always so wide.
at least like wait till reviews start coming in is our general advice.
Yeah, because having played this, I have no idea which way it'll go. It might be the best Mass Effect game ever. It's just it feels like the biggest for sure.
Those eyes are actually terrifying, man.
They're always so wide.
It's generally a very like I really maintain. I think it's a really beautiful game.
I agree.
Until they zoom in on a face, and then I'm just kind of like taken out of it.
I mean, look at this animation. I love the running animations. Look nice.
Yeah.
So we're gonna activate a generator, and it's gonna piss some stuff off.
There's an error in the startup sequence. Manual input.
A lot of the quests seem to be like run around and do the thing.
One of the pylons to determine a hackable input location.
So and like look at it with your thingy, and then I think it's just because it's beginning game stuff. It's like reinforcing what my tools are.
So here's a question that got asked a little bit, but also just I have.
Yeah.
When you land on a planet like this, how much is there actually to explore? Like how?
So I don't know if my map's available. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can't really see it too well.
You can kind of see the edges.
You can
it's
see.
really
I'm
dark.
in a very tiny spot right now. But
yeah.
Like.
That's the edge, right?
My mouse, is at the edge of one corner, and that's the other corner.
So it's a pretty big map.
They're massive. They're huge.
And how many? Do we know how many planets there are?
They talk about like, I think 7 habitats.
Okay.
But I don't really know if that means.
Right.
You know.
If that translates.
I don't. Yeah. I haven't like I said I'm super. 10 hours in, and it just feels like you're barely starting, which is good and horrifying. So now the Kett are coming.
Of course they are. You murdered them for no reason before.
And now I have my powers, though. I forgot what I have equipped. So I have a shield equipped, I have pull, and I have this dope-ass...
Charge?
Yeah. So
Charge is the best.
Check it out.
It's such a long range, my goodness.
Do I have my shotgun? No. Damn it. I made a shotgun later. So I think combat is much more frenetic.
Was that like a biotic dodge? Get him.
Another thing that drives me crazy about the combat is they don't really react.
Whoa.
If you combine that with throw, it's rad. So maybe I'll equip that.
Get some cover, man. What are you doing?
Well, I just don't like to play that way.
Okay. So something I noticed when I was playing is if you just there's no button, right? Like you just walk up to a thing and you take cover.
Yeah, I'll show you here. So it'll just boink. You're in cover. That's it. Or if you go up to this, you're in cover.
Can you drive with the Jeep? Yeah, can you drive around the planets? There's
yeah. I'm
stuff,
about
right?
to get that.
Oh, okay, cool. Then we'll show that off later.
Yeah. So.
Somebody asked, how long has this been in development? I think 5 or 6 years.
I'm sure they started when Mass Effect 3 was finishing up.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Oop. Some of the jumpy stuff is wishy-washy, like what you can grab onto and what you can't. But let's go back up here. Doing some
Hoppy,
chores.
hoppy, hop.
You took down all
Doing
those
some chores.
Sure, use the power relay. Hell, take whatever you like. Word of advice, though. If that signal of yours is out past the perimeter, you'll need a ride.
A ride?
Hey, a ride.
Shuttles aren't fun in these winds. You need wheels. I think they kept a little something in storage.
Didn't get around to salvaging it yet?
Gotta say, the ride is pretty cool.
It ain't that simple.
I decry the Mako
We're heading to our shuttle.
all the time because it's
Keep us
awful.
up.
It's
Maybe
the
next
worst
time we'll
fucking
find more
vehicle
than
ever
just salvage around
from the
here.
first Mass Effect.
Go on.
But
we'll take it from here.
This one's kind of
I guess Crazy Blue has to buy her parts from someone else.
Alright, let's do this thing. So many touching terminals and yeah.
Power restored. We should have access to everything in Site 1 now. Right, Sam?
Correct. Plus, I've located the source of the signal we detected in orbit. It's coming from the
large alien structure.
On Site 1. The structure appears almost identical to the one your father used to adjust the atmosphere on the previous planet. It's worth investigation.
Absolutely. Do it.
Almost
Do
feels
it,
like a
James.
lead. Damn right that's worth investigating.
Here.
A warning. Radiation levels beyond the perimeter of Site 1.
So how far into the game would you say we are now? Because we did a little bit of a jump. You know, we played for just the tutorial, and then we did a little bit of a jump to the next mission. But the part we skipped, you could get through in, an hour, or you could get through in, like, multiple hours, depending on how much you're, like, looking around.
There's a bunch of side quests on the Nexus you can do, which is, like, your Citadel.
But you guys don't want to watch us walk around
a lot
hallways.
of them they're kind of not great. A lot of them are just kind of like little story things where you go back and forth between people and resolve stuff. But I'm not trying to do that right now.
From what I played, I like the combat, or like the new pacing of the combat.
Yeah, it's not so bad. I dig it.
They definitely made it kind of more fast and less calculated, at least in what I played. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a different thing.
I think it takes a while to get a grip on.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish the enemies like reacted at all when you shot them. That drives me crazy. But
people are asking, is there any point to exploring planets, or is it just finding minerals? Or are there like side quests out there?
There's some side quests. There's some side stuff. They're like, you'll see kind of what we're about to do with forward operating bases or forward operating stations. So as you explore, you'll see these in the distance, and they'll automatically be called down. Basically, it means you've explored far enough into new territory that you get a checkpoint.
Gotcha.
And you can fast travel to it or whatever.
It's a good thing we're landing this forward station in this well-established colony that is here.
And yeah,
it's good use of resources.
You can change your loadout there. You can just do whatever. But we're not gonna do that. We have to go back here now. See a lot of back and forth right now.
We'll be playing. There were a couple questions about how long we were going to play. We're going to be playing through this A Better Beginning mission, right? This first mission.
Yeah, this is part of the first mission.
Mm-hmm.
Once we get the Nomad and we start doing a bit more stuff, I don't think we'll do a buttload more. We'll do like some combat scenarios and show you guys sort of like how the open world progresses, because that's what the first mission teaches you.
We'd love to show you lots, but there is a point we have to stop today.
Yeah.
It's not yet, though, so keep on watching, keep on asking us questions. We're going to drive around in a big space tractor.
The Nomad.
Space tractor?
It's dope.
Space tractor.
Nomad should handle pretty smooth. Check both forward and reverse, would you?
Yeah. So, the best thing about the Nomad, as soon as you leave this area, the world starts having radiation. So if you're not in the Nomad, see that life support thing?
Mm-hmm.
That'll start going down and kill you. It's a way, I don't really know how they gate the game overall with that stuff, but it makes travel harder. Oh yeah, so I fucking love this. Some people are going to hate it.
What?
You have to literally switch to 6-wheel drive to get uphill in some muddy spots. So you go, can't do it, boom.
What?
Press right mouse and treads come out. 6-wheel drive, boom.
I mean, okay, but like, why would their uninhabited planet exploring space vehicle not just be in 6-wheel drive? Like, why?
Just don't. You can boost, of course. You can jump. It's tight. It's cool. You can use it as cover.
I'm into it. I love myself a good space vehicle, so.
Yeah, it feels much better and more purpose, like has more purpose than the Monko.
Here's a good question from Shaylin. Will gravity vary according to planets?
Haven't noticed that yet.
Okay. How many planets have you been to right now?
I can't really talk about the other ones, but I've been to like 3.
Okay.
So, here we have this mysterious old alien device that we don't really know what it does. We're gonna fuck with it.
Of course.
What else do you do?
Humans do as humans will.
With more glyphs to expand my database from Habitat
no, I believe there won't be co-op for the story, right?
No.
There's a up to 4-player horde mode multiplayer thing, but there's no co-op story. The rest of the game's just single player.
this, I don't know if this is like a thing on every planet, but it's like it seems to be we're going to make this planet more habitable for colonists open world thing.
Okay.
And you find these computers, alien devices, they're like basically
scan those thingies.
Yeah. And you get like what drives me crazy is you get points for research by scanning those, so you have to have this thing out a lot. But you see this line, I'm basically like, okay, where does this go to? Up there. I should probably go up there because I need to scan something.
Of course you do.
Yep. How am I gonna do it? By jumping. Oh.
It's slippery, but there's a great view.
What?
Boom.
Okay, let's solve this thing.
Uh-oh. I clicked in it. Okay. Wow, it doesn't like when I scan.
Sophisticated for a salvager. Who else is studying this place?
All right.
That GPU intensive scanning.
Yeah, so I scanned, and now I can do the thing with the thing.
There are a couple questions we've gotten already that I just want to real quickly answer so people aren't left hanging. Based on your experience so far, is it a buy or not? Kind of too early to tell. James is 10 hours in, Tyler is like 15 to 20 hours, and neither of them feel like they're very far in the game yet. So
it's big.
It's too early to tell in that sense. And we are on
I'll give it a shot.
a 970 GPU running at 720, maxed out ultra settings. Game is running higher than 30 FPS, even though it's streaming at that. Hey, it's that person from those
The headline.
posters.
Yeah, or the.
Whoa.
Check it out. I'm gonna do a mean thing.
You've come this far. Just let it
I know
ride.
what button to press. Is it gonna do it?
I've been studying this tech for months. I don't know how you
Her
activated
facial
those glyphs,
animations are
but
not
you
bad.
have to let them sit.
Boom! Get off me.
All right, time to get off.
What? That wasn't mean.
Don't like being sat on, huh?
Okay.
I know.
You can definitely romance this person, can't you?
Fucking hope so.
I saw the ship swoop in. You're a pathfinder. Was beginning to think the initiative just made you guys
This is
up so the
PB.
rest of us wouldn't lose hope.
It's a good name.
You're for real, huh?
They give her a lot of close-ups. Oh yeah, I love this. You can just let it sit there, and she does this teeth thing.
Oh, it's so awkward.
Isn't that
Choose
awesome?
one. Choose one.
Just a little bit.
Choose one.
Just
Please,
a little bit.
no.
Maybe you want to knock me down a couple more times to make sure.
Her eyes were as big as yours.
No, that's okay. You're obviously corporeal. Pretty solidly built.
That fucking scared me.
I had water in my mouth.
They're way too big.
And it cut to her eyes, and I was like, ah! Oh, Jesus.
They're so wide.
System has stabilized.
So yeah, every planet has a viability stat.
Uh-huh. God, those eyes.
Yeah.
Crap.
So you run around the planet doing things to make it more viable for colonists,
I know these
which
things.
feeds back into like upgrades you can get back at your base.
Take them out. Keep targeting that one. They make little bots.
While you're fighting, I'm gonna distract you with a question. Oh, that pull is cool. I love the biotic effects, like the graphic.
Yeah,
effects.
yeah. I think it's just like, whoop, got annoyed you. I like this power because if they shoot at you, it reflects it back. Except he's not gonna.
Of course not. Can you just hold that forever?
No, it runs out. For sure.
The question I had was there were a couple people asking about weapons and weapon crafting. Can you craft your own weapons?
Yeah. So, like I said, by looking at stuff using this,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna give me cutscene. Using the scanner, you get research points. You get it through other means too.
The remnant?
Which you can then research new gear, and using minerals and such, you can build new gear. And there's like a ton. There's a ton. It's kind of overwhelming. So, like I said, if you like loot and like micromanaging and min-maxing your character,
Thanks for helping with those things.
it's gonna be deep for people. It doesn't feel essential yet, but I don't know if you plan hard or something, it might be.
I saw this tech clear the skies on Habitat.
I genuinely don't think I could play this game looking at those eyes the entire time.
It's honestly a real problem.
Those eyes are fine. That character, I think, is the best looking character in the game so far.
By far.
Like I think that's why they're giving her so many close-ups, is
Yeah,
because
yeah,
she
yeah.
looks like better animated. She looks more expressive, kind of like just cooler.
Fix the radiation.
But those eyes, man.
Sure, it'll help Eos. Or am I just a handy way to get
Did
those
you
plot
do
holes
that?
on
Is that
board?
something
No,
you
no,
did
like
wrong
no.
in the
I
character
chose the
creator?
preset. I chose the preset. I was like, I'll do that stuff later. I chose the preset.
Wow.
Which is like bizarre to me that like they wouldn't give enough. I don't know. Like I don't know why that's a problem, but they're always either wide open or closed. There's no like subtlety to their animations.
Just be careful.
Prolonged exposure to Dad's rock. That's what that is.
That's what the dad's knowledge of the dad's rock.
She's seen some shit from that rock. And
yeah, so here we have 3 of these things we need to do. And this is why I like hesitate to say if you love Mass Effect, you'll love this, because this seems like it's doing a lot more open world progression-y stuff. I'm fairly certain there's going to be, let's get into the vehicle, more side questy, like interesting stories and smaller bites of the sci-fi universe. But there's just a lot, like, I mean, the map's huge. There's a lot of side stuff to do, and I don't know if all of it's meaningful or not yet. But yeah, you can see this place is pretty big.
Yeah.
And it goes far beyond that ridge in the distance. A lot of wildlife, random stuff.
just stop and watch some robots fight
Yeah.
some alien dogs, you know.
I mean, I could go off and explore, but there are like, there might be secrets out there. I've yet to really find any. You can see there's. Let's just go.
No, there is no mini map while we're playing. The camera, our webcam itself is covering like just a little menu thing. It's not covering anything else. The only way to see the map is there's no mini map, right? You just have to like pull it up in the menus.
Yeah.
I love that thing can go through stuff too, or like low walls, you know.
Yeah, it's
That was a cool effect. That looked really nice, actually. That explosion.
Whoops. I think
James, you're dying.
PC controls are kind of weird for me because I'm also like in radiation right now, so it's bad for me to be outside too long. Some of the powers you have to hold the button down, and while you're moving and pressing 1, 2, or 3, you might have to remap them because to pull you have to hold down 2, but if you're trying to move while you're holding the button,
yeah,
you can't. It's just like too confusing for your hand. So I don't know.
Do you think? Do you feel like it's a game that was designed for a controller in any way, or do you think it just
that stuff makes me like definitely feel that way? 'Cause I'm
Okay.
like, there's a lot of hold this down and release when you like a gravity gun, and it's not. Like I imagine it being tied to a trigger or a mouse pull or a mouse click, but it's not.
yeah.
It's tied to 1, 2, and 3 on the keyboard, which is
strange?
bad.
Yeah, that is strange.
Oh, got it. 6-wheel. Six-wheel drive. I just love that it's basically spin tires built into Mass Effect.
I'd love if that was actually a direct influence on the Mass Effect series. Is spin tires. No hate against spin tires, mind you. Just like it's an unexpected. It's a game you wouldn't expect to have a profound influence on the Mass Effect series.
Exactly.
Let's put it that way.
That spot has shelter, water, stable ground.
It was initially overlooked due to
Can you like flip this thing?
I don't know.
Let me ask it a different way. Can you please flip this thing?
Can't find one without the other. So, if we clear the
Or is it
sky-
like weird Wildlands physics where the car will never turn over?
I don't think it can.
There are multiple complications to resolve.
What's going on here? See,
just
some of
like-
the stuff I haven't done.
Like flares on the ground and make sure you see this thing. Like, scan it. Wait, it had a little scared face on it. Look at the little lights. It's like freaking out. If you picture it, it's got its like hands on its head. It's like, oh my god.
Good content. Good stream content. Yeah, and there's some stuff with your vehicle, like this mining computer. If you're near a mining source, you can like pop off a mining drone and it'll go get resources for you, or do it while you're gone. I haven't like dug into that too much because it doesn't really explain it too well, or it does, and I just was not paying attention.
Someone asked if it had native controller support. Yes, you can
Yeah,
play with a
I feel
controller
I
on a
played
PC
with it
if
on a
you want.
controller because I was on a laptop initially without a mouse. That feels fine. I think I prefer the quick, especially for combat, the quick mouse look.
Of course you do.
It feels way better.
It's because you're a rational PC
Yeah,
gamer.
yeah.
Shots fired. No, I'm sorry. If you like a controller, whatever, I'm fine.
But if, yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to play fine with the controller because they're developing it for.
Yeah, this game looks big, man. Looks like there's a lot to explore.
I just hope that all that space out there carries meaning, or the stuff you're doing out there is interesting. Because I don't know, Dragon Age Inquisition, a lot of that space, like in the open worlds, was interesting. For like, it was like a cool backdrop for this big story, but a lot of it was empty or like filled with silly side quest stuff.
I love the little boing sound that comes with that.
Shoot me. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, he's hurting himself there?
Yeah. It's really satisfying.
Mass Effect Wild Hunt. Will asks if your tire tracks stay on the ground. That is the ultimate spin tires, whatchamacallit.
You can get mods to...
Influence, that's the word. So these ancient robots have been lying in wait, defending this ancient machine thing?
So.
Cool. Okay. Does that slow down time, or do you just pause in the air?
It just pauses.
Okay.
Shoot me. They never want to shoot me when I get it out. Thank you.
I could make some inappropriate jokes after that.
Whoops, I pressed the console button. I was like, why can't I?
You hit tilde. There have been a couple questions, so I'll ask this, of people asking how it compares to Dragon Age.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm worried about. Dragon Age Inquisition kind of had these big open worlds that were very pretty, but they were filled with like collectible stuff. I hope, and I can't really tell yet, the side stuff you're doing in these open worlds feed into your character and the story in an interesting way. That's why I think The Witcher was so effective, is because all the side stuff, it wasn't just like you are better at, your stats are upgraded now. You would get rewards like that, but they would be interesting little vignettes and stories on their own. I hope that's the case here. I hope I'm not just like moving between points on a map to make a percentage go up. That makes the planet better, I guess. Mass Effect, I think, is most interesting when it's telling little sci-fi stories and so on. Even if they're like cheesy sci-fi stories, that's what really, and hanging out with the side characters, those are what really grabbed me in the original.
But James, it wants you to scan stuff.
Yeah.
James, scan some stuff, please.
I like scanning the stuff. So now, see, this kind of shit I hate. We have to get up there and do the same thing again. And the platforming is like, I don't know, there's weird collision. I gotta press this thing. Yeah.
You might not be quite far enough along.
Yeah.
To answer this question. But are there any? Steve-O asks, are there any puzzles apart from jumping on this and that?
Well, I'm about to show you another one. I fucked it up. Yeah, I know. Go away thing. Okay. There's this glyph puzzle we have to solve, which is sort of like Sudoku.
They put Sudoku in Mass Effect.
Basically. There. It hates that.
Yeah. So people asking about performance, generally the game is running fine from what we've seen, but like it has those hitch moments. It does. I don't think that, from what I've seen, it doesn't seem like a bad launch.
It might be because we're streaming. I don't know. It might be something weird, but
But from what I've seen, it does not look like it's going to be a catastrophic port job at the very beginning, but it does look like it is not like a glimmering amazing port either. What you're playing Sudoku now?
So you have these glyphs and
oh my god, this is actually Sudoku.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
And I don't know the button to change the glyphs. And this is what got me the first time. I was like, I didn't know the interface. I had no idea what to do. And if you fuck up, it summons more robots.
Are you? They put. Wait.
Yeah.
It's just Sudoku, but.
Yeah. So.
But with robot consequences.
Sudoku, but with robot.
I think you screwed up the top left one.
Yeah. This one's good. Is there another? We can do this one because we know these three are there.
You can do the top left one that you got wrong already.
We'll get there. And the symbols are kind of hard to parse immediately. Is that good? That's good.
I mean, that's why that's the only challenge to this, right?
Yeah, it doesn't. I hate this. I hate this shit. Like, just I did the thing. I climbed the stuff. Anyway, get this one. Yep. And that means we can get this one. Yep. And that means we can get that one. Did I get it? Do I think I got it?
Yes.
I got it. Okay.
Ain't nothing like checking Sudoku puzzles.
Yeah.
In your space game. I feel like
it's just a weird design decision. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
It doesn't need that, right? Anyway, I like everything about this game except tiny little things like that.
It seems like there's a lot to nitpick.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't seem like it's a bad game. It just seems like there's a lot to nitpick. A lot of, like, why did they do this? Why is this way, you know?
It feels a bit bloated at the moment.
Uh-huh.
And that's what I don't like about it more than anything. So we have one more little outpost to go to. How are we doing on time? Okay, yeah. Do our tire tracks stay on the ground?
Looks like a little bit.
What the fuck? Oh, did I leave when I wasn't supposed to?
Is your team with you?
Yeah, they are.
Do you have to go somewhere else?
Yeah. So
forget it.
We gotta go.
Those robots can just chill. They don't need you.
It's funny. I just left the robots.
Does this game feature a bathtub? That's
Ooh.
Thomas asking the important questions here.
You know, the captain's quarters don't have... Oh, God.
What was with that fight back there?
As we're falling.
Your shields were drained.
Their shields.
The captain's quarters in the ship don't have
Risky,
a
irresponsible.
bathroom.
Yeah,
Are your co-people arguing right now?
Yeah. So one of the good things about BioWare games is the companion banter, and that's definitely here. You can like have two companions with you at any given point, and they'll have conversations about their history and between one another. So you're just like random little. You can kill these guys and scan that thing, and it gets you points for stuff, but you don't have to, which is nice because I don't want to. Yeah, very big. There's a lot out there. Let's go to this final bit. And then, which is an interesting encounter.
That looks like a cat facility of some kind.
Those assholes took over my best research site. You won't let you near the monolith without a fight.
Let's get in cover.
So you're now in a safe area too.
Yeah, yeah.
They have like laser shields.
Yeah. To like blot out the atmosphere. Let's see. Well, no, you can't. Oh.
There's someone next to you. The bone dog.
Bone dog. I love
the enemies. I don't know if you felt this way, but when I was playing the Horde mode at PAX, it felt very bullet spongy. Like the enemies take a lot of hits and don't really react to those hits very much.
I love doing this to these guys.
Is that what the heck?
Uh-oh. What a way to die. I don't know what melee is on PC right now. I should be using melee.
I think it's V. Or no, that disarmed you. V or F. Gotta be one of those. Those are like your melee buttons. Yeah, there you go.
So, this is always fun.
Stab him. Oh, jeez.
Oh, God.
That seemed like a bad move.
Well, I mean, you can, like, spec your guy to be good at that shit.
Right.
And, like, eventually you can get, like, a Regen for... Shoot me, please. Yes. Ooh.
Oh.
He's dead.
Oh, he's shooting you.
Whoops.
A little frozen. Oh. Are you reviving her from that far away?
I guess so.
Okay. Oh, and now he's dead. This doesn't seem like... Oh, you're about to die. You're about to die. Get us some cover. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God, man. Oh, my God, man.
I'm reckless.
Your health is regenerating?
Slowly.
I thought that was the whole point of shields versus health, is that health stays down and shields don't.
I think there's like, I don't know, min health you can have.
Okay. Oh, yeah, it seems like it kind of capped.
So here I can strategically... Oh, that didn't really work.
Were those cats set for us?
Ding dongs.
They've got the monolith well protected. We'll need to cut that shield's power supply.
Let's climb up here. I'm on a shield right now.
Nice. I'm proud of you. It's a good thing that they keep the power generator for that shield right next to the shield.
I think this is where...
Let's get to it before there's any more Ket.
Yeah. We meet a new friend. I fucking love this guy, because I love all of these guys.
Her eyes are appropriate now.
Yeah. Krogans, baby!
Awesome.
This is like, Krogans are the reason to play Mass Effect, if you ask me.
Covered in bones.
Check out this guy.
Who are you?
That was pretty cool.
It was!
Well, yeah, guess it was. Still haven't told me who you are.
Oh, come on, Drax. Stop that.
Vetra, what are you doing here?
See, the first time I
Pathfinder.
played this, I didn't have Vetra with me, and he didn't recognize her, or us, anyone. So that's kind of a cool little difference.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
so you didn't have Vetra with you?
Yeah, yeah, and he was like, I don't fucking trust you guys.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
There, that was, I think, an actual spoiler.
Oh, sorry.
What are you doing out
That's what you get for watching.
Holding our own.
You're not the only one hunting Ket.
Yeah, bet you're mowing down an army with that gear.
Oh, says the dude covered in bones.
Yeah.
They think they're safe. But they're just waiting to die out there in space. I've been quads deep on a couple
Something to
of
note
planets
is
for a
that
while now.
on your ship you have a respec tool. So at any point you can just like pay 20 credits,
I know what they
which is nothing, and respec
not pretty.
everything, which is
You know,
nice.
Drac, we
Because
could
I have no
use
idea
someone
what
with
I'm
your
choosing most of the time.
skills.
Tempting
Yeah, that is
Or
good.
what I'm getting into.
I'm a little too old.
Because eventually, like, this is a save from before I changed it up, but
Besides, the day
eventually I put all my biotic points into pull and throw, because you can pull people towards you and then just toss them off into off a cliff, and it's very satisfying, or into a pool of acid or whatever.
particularly interested in this alien tech.
And I had crazy ass shotgun. It's pretty
Yeah,
badass.
that.
Pretty bad.
I'm gonna go find more to shoot. Try to keep your head out there.
Will do.
Creepy.
Gross. All right, we're nearing the end here of what we can show. But yeah, so it's another one of these.
Wait, like another one? Is this like the Andromeda equivalent of like the towers, basically? Like
That's
on a
the
Ubisoft
vibe I'm
game?
getting. And I don't know if this is on every world or not. So I don't know if this is just this world or what the fuck's going on.
Scanning will reveal the missing glyphs.
So yeah, you just gotta
Wonder if I'd get
climb.
anything on the scanner.
Do you have to do more Sudoku? Please tell me you got to do
Nope,
more
you gotta
Sudoku.
platform.
Platform to get to the Sudoku, right?
I don't think there's Sudoku on this one.
Okay.
But I think it included that one to teach you.
You got to do a crossword.
Uh,
You got to do the jumble. Mass Effect Andromeda, sponsored by the Sunday morning paper. You got to read a Foxtrot cartoon, and then that'll make the planet habitable.
Oh, I got one left. Did I get that one?
Yeah, Earl says no fluids anywhere. James, you made a joke earlier about it being like an Arizona planet. This is like a very deserty planet. I think that is.
Yeah, it just doesn't look very alien or cool
Right.
to me personally. I'm not like dying.
But the no liquid specifically, I think, is a part of this planet, right?
Yeah.
This is not going to be the way every alien planet
No,
looks.
and I think there are more interesting alien planets out there too. So I did the thing, and now I can do this thing.
I'm proud of you.
Very successful, Pathfinder.
Ta-da! Which in turn.
Are online and connected to something in the lake. This could be the master switch we're looking for.
Master switch.
Don't do anything without me.
Do anything without you. Let's go get our car and then head down to the lake.
Where'd it go? Oh, right. You fought your way through these dudes.
And typically, like, I mean, there's a lot of loot and stuff you can get around here, and
You're kind of running
little
through a
data
little bit.
pads that like tell stories.
Are you so here's a question I have compared to other games. It's not specifically open world, right? Like
Right.
it's these large open explorable sections or
Yes.
planets.
Yes.
Is there kind of the freedom of choice in how you want to tackle things like there are in other open world games? Like could you have attacked this facility from a different angle and kind of like tried to go about it a different way?
I think early on they don't really open up the combat arenas, but like I could have
So
gone this way.
Okay, but so this one is on like a big hill thing.
Yeah.
So like at least in this case, there was no way to go at it from behind.
No,
is what I'm saying.
And signs point toward that. Like I think this early game stuff is like, all right, let's just make sure you know how to shoot and use cover and make sure you know what you're supposed to be doing in the open world. Later on, there's we're gonna stop before it, but some of the combat does open
So
up.
this technology on Habitat 7 was messing with
At
the
least like
planet?
the arenas are bigger. I don't know if it's like
Don't
you can
expect
tackle an
anything from the
objective
Nexus.
from like
They
a
got a
hill,
few
like
reports from the
Ghost
tech
Recon
show.
style, like from
No time to study
a
weird
different
tech.
hillside or whatever. But
Flip the car, James.
I don't know how to flip it.
James, flip the car. Just put one wheel up on the side and then, like drive halfway up a rock, you know?
My sensors are detecting CAD technology.
Aww. You didn't go into six-wheel
Yeah, but
drive?
you can't boost in six wheel. Or you can, but it's like pretty crappy.
All right, then you don't have to flip the car.
I know, it's a bummer.
I was just holding out hope.
All right. It's got some cool effects like this. Check out this bridge.
Check out this bridge.
Check out this bridge. Mass Effect Andromeda. : Check out this bridge.
I don't see the bridge. Oh, they're. Show me the bridge.
Big ass alien artifact stuff happening.
What about the bridge, James? Ooh, that is cool. I don't know what I was expecting, but that was neat.
Let's find out how solid it is.
That was a bridge worth checking out.
Yeah. And we're gonna have to call it here because after this, it becomes we're post embargo.
Yeah, so we're not allowed to play past this point, but we hope you enjoyed what you saw so far. Once
Yeah.
again, we have a more in-depth look at the character creator already up on PCGamer.com. We're going to be having a very, very in-depth performance analysis from our hardware guru, Jared, where he's going to benchmark the heck out of the game. Is there /dance?
No.
Oh, that's a shame. But we thank you very, very much to all you guys for joining us. We're going to have a lot more coming up.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out for our review, all of that good jazz. There's more Mass Effect Andromeda coverage.
A lot more.
On the way. Jump in the water, people are saying.
Okay.
That's not under embargo. That's a good way to end the show, with a nice little swim.
Yeah, just underwater.
I'm
dead.
Oh, really? It's like,
Can't
Wow.
swim in the future.
Wow, that is instant too.
Water is not the mission area.
Damn.
What about these? Hot. All right.
All right, guys.
We're going to call it.
That's all we got today. Thank you very, very much for joining us, and we shall see you next time.
Yep.
Bye, friends.